Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So today's video is about how to charge your electric cycle safely and correctly. I have my 91 Enigma electric cycle right here, which has a Panasonic 6.3 battery situated within the frame right here, with the charging port situated at the top side of the frame, and the expected time to fully charge the battery is 4 to 5 hours from when it's empty. So the first thing that we should take care of, or we should keep in mind, is it's best to charge the battery when it's almost discharged. So I'm going to start up the bicycle, and I'm going to show you the power level right now. So up top you can see the power is at its lowest point, indicating low. Now it's not always possible to wait for the battery to reach this level before charging it, because you might want to go for a long drive and you might be on 3 and you need a full battery. So you can't always wait for it to be on low, but it's always a good practice to discharge the battery as much as possible before charging it. Again, this increases the life of the battery. The other thing to keep in mind is the plug point. Now this is one of the most ignored aspects, but it's very important. It's always good to use a plug point that you've used before and you know that it's supplying a steady voltage without any sparking, especially if you're driving your bike to the office and you plan to charge it maybe in the parking lot and it's a new plug that you're using. Make sure it's not sparking, the connection is secure, it's not loose, to prevent any incidents, because you're going to have to leave your bike for charging for 4 to 5 hours and you won't be attending to it and you don't know what will go on in your absence. So make sure you're using a plug that you've tested before and you're confident that it's not going to spark or the voltage is not going to fluctuate, causing any kind of damage to either the charger or to the battery. Third thing to keep in mind is always read the manufacturer's instructions. Now this adapter that I have here, it says stop charging only when LED turns green. That's an indicator of a full battery, but along with that there's also a user manual included for this charger that you should always read. Every manufacturer will have their own manual, so you should always read the safety instructions to make sure that you're charging it the right way. The next thing to keep in mind is make sure your bicycle is turned off from the ignition. If you have an ignition system for your bicycle, or if you have a power button, make sure it's turned off and no LEDs are on. It's always safe to turn off any appliance while charging it. Same is applicable to bicycles as well. And when you plug in the charger into the adapter port, make sure it's plugged in perfectly and securely. Also, once you finish charging, you should make sure you put the cover back on securely to prevent any water from entering inside if you are driving in a rainy environment, or any kind of water present near your bike, especially if you have a bottle holder placed somewhere which could leak and the water could flow into the charging port. The other thing to keep in mind is make sure you check for overheating at least the first few times when you charge your cycle. If it's a new cycle and you're not used to how the cycle behaves, make sure you feel the frame area where the battery is located to check it's not overheating. Same for the charging adapter as well. Just check that the adapter is not overheating. So make sure of that before you leave your cycle for at a stretch of 4 to 5 hours, before you get that confidence, especially on a new bike that you're testing for the first time. So those are just some of the handy tips on how to charge your electric cycle safely. Let me know your experience of using electric cycles in the comments below. Do leave a like on the video and do subscribe to the channel.